Hello everyone and welcome back on my YouTube channel. I am Thomas Etschel and today I want to show you how to do a AI agent Google Ads audit. This audit is performed 100% by ChatGPT's AI agent. You don't touch the account, you just let the AI agent work and do its job. And I want to show you that this is possible already now. I did already a LinkedIn post and everyone commented below, how did you do it? So that's why today I'm going to show you in this new YouTube video how you can do it yourself. And the cool thing, it's free. You can use the AI agent from ChatGPT for free. And I would say let's jump into it. All right, we are here inside the ChatGPT 5 interface of OpenAI. All we have to do here is to select first the AI agent mode. You can see it here. I'm gonna select this. And then here I have to type in perform a Google Ads audit for my Google Ads account. Then I have to paste the link of my Google Ads account. And you can obviously customize your prompt. For example, I would say, I want you to find all possible recommendations, account level, campaign level, and ad group level. Put all recommendations inside a presentation for me. Make sure to act like a professional Google Ads expert and perform the audit based on your best knowledge. So this is my prompt here in this case. I'm gonna click submit. All I have to do manually is log in my account via ChatGPT. So you can see ChatGPT opened now its desktop and is trying to access your link. You are already authorized once my account. ChatGPT already has access to my account and it's already starting now performing a Google Ads audit, 100% done by an AI agent and not by me. You can see my hands. This is not me. This is all inside ChatGPT. Big disclaimer that I also wrote on LinkedIn. I'm doing this just now on my own account. I'm not using it on my client account because I think because of data privacy reasons, it's very important that if you do this, then your client has to give you 100% his or her consent to do it, because this can obviously have big privacy concerns if you put the client data inside ChatGPT without letting your client know. So that's why I'm doing it only on my own Google Ads account with my own data. But obviously if you talk to your client and everyone is aligned with it and you can legally do it, then you could also perform it on a client account, but that's up to you. This is just a dummy account of myself, everything set up a bit just to perform a nice audit by ChatGPT. And as you can see here, the AI agent is navigating through all kind of ads, campaigns. Let's zoom in a bit, then you can see it better. It's checking different ads types also, it checks different metrics. It already saw that my account is paused, that my campaigns are not running. Usually it clicks through all campaigns soon in order to get a fast overview. And it's really quick in reasoning, so it doesn't need to go everywhere inside to understand your campaigns, but it's really fast and it's sometimes faster than a human in gathering all kind of data. So let's see what kind of audit is doing for me this time. I already did it once on LinkedIn, as I said before, and the recommendations that the AI agent gave me were pretty good. It was kind of helpful. I put some little, let's call it rocks inside where I did something on purpose wrong. And I wanted to see if the AI agent of ChatGPT can find those little rocks, those little mistakes, and point them out in the presentation later. So it's going now, checking again all kind of different types. It's also learning a bit how to click in order to navigate on different pages. What I saw is the first time it's doing it when the AI agent is doing the audit, it's not 100% sure where to click, but the second time, I think the memory function of OpenAI is learning. I think that it's on the second time better than on the first time. Even if you tell in the prompt, act as a professional Google Ads expert, it still has to learn and find things inside the Google Ads account. As you can see here now, it's inside a search campaign, checking all again, campaigns here, different metrics, and you cannot always see what it's really checking. It's also in the background, it's trying to gather a lot of information that it's not visible here. So yeah, you will see later, it's gonna create a huge recommendation very fast for us. And you would not expect it just from seeing it navigating here on always on the same ad group, ads, campaign. But yeah, you're gonna be very surprised. So stay on the video, you're gonna see the result that this is possible already now in 2025. I think in next year, AI agents might be even faster to check your Google Ads account, to write audits, also probably be able to draft you a very nice presentation out of it. Right now, the AI agent is checking best practicing for optimizing and tries to see how to structure ad groups. You can see here Reddit, obviously it's loved by AI to cite. Now it reads some help center articles to see how it should structure and optimize Performance Max campaigns. Now it understands that Performance Max goes together with Merchant Center for e-com accounts, so that's already something that it understood now. It's reading now another article about the ad strength because it saw probably my account that there were some problems with the ad strength, so it now wants to know what are the official best practices on that. Also here it does not always go to the official source of Google Ads, so it tries to go to third-party websites to gather more variable data. Obviously Reddit is always there, always. So now it also tries to see how to organize different ad groups inside Google Ads. It found a nice article and sees that 3 ads per ad group should be best practice usually. I'm wondering if it understands that those are RSAs and not ETAs. ETAs was 3 per ad group. RSA was now usually 1 ad per ad group as best practice, but using all 15 headlines, for example, and 4 descriptions. All right, now it started to compile a presentation for all Google Ads recommendation that it found inside my dummy account. So now you see the terminal, it's writing the presentation together, generates an image. That's quite interesting. Let's see what comes out here. The prompt it gave itself is abstract digital marketing analytics art with vibrant colors, futuristic shapes, data charts, and a modern tech feel. So now we got the image for the presentation, I guess. It's now embedding the images inside the slides. And now you're gonna be curious what the Google Ads audit was. And now we're gonna be curious what ChatGPT AI agent found in our Google Ads dummy account and what kind of recommendations it suggests. All right, we have the title of our slide. Looks quite nice. Subheadline unlocking. It's a typical AI word that I don't like, and everyone who reads that knows that AI wrote that because nobody would say unlock. So here we have these slides now ready, done by our AI agent. Let's see at the result of the audit. All right. This is from our prompt. Before the AI agent creates the whole presentation, I wanted to show you the findings. We can have a look here. Keyword and search coverage. Search campaign only includes 20 keywords, most of which are variation of Google Ads, newsletter, shopping ads, demand gen. They're split into broad, phrase, exact match. So it clearly understood that there are no negative keywords. So that's one of those mistakes that I put in on purpose that it found. So when the campaigns run, they will match on any query containing Google Ads or newsletter, including irrelevant queries. So this is something it flagged successfully. Paused, there is no search term, contains data obviously. So this is also something it understood. Optimization, recommendation, build theme ad groups, expand keywords, group keywords by intent. That's also something that it got correctly, which makes sense here, which I also would do, and also create more ads that are relevant. It improves quality score. That's also quite good. Implement negative keywords, the logic conclusion of the recommendation before. Use dynamic search ads, broad match with smart bidding. Once conversion tracking is set up, experiment with dynamic search ads, broad match alongside target CPA or ROAS to capture new intent queries. So also here, a good point that it tells me once conversion tracking is set up, experiment. Don't go 100% with it, but test it. So that's quite nice. Install conversion tracking and consent mode. So it also correctly checked that I did not have consent mode inside. So it knows that without conversions, the bidding can be possible and you should have consent mode set. Other structure and assets. The account contains 5 campaigns, each with a single ad group. The naming convention is generic. It doesn't convey objectives. So here you could directly say, okay, give me some naming convention examples that I should perform here, that I should include here. PMax has 1 asset group and poor ad strength. Only contains few images, so it checked also images, 1 logo and limited headlines. Video efficient reach campaign is manually target specific video channels. Manual placements limits gain and may not reflect the best performing inventory. That's 100% true in this case, since I tested it. So that's also very good from the AI agent to flag no ad scheduling adjustments. That's also a good optimization, because here my ads are 24 hours, 7 days a week. Geographic targeting very broad, having English-speaking countries put together, and then Norway, Sweden, and small countries like Liechtenstein, Luxembourg. So a good one. Optimization, recommendation, restructure campaigns and ad groups, rename the campaigns, create multiple ad groups, separate campaigns by network. Well, that's obvious, and by product or funnel stage. Enhance performance, max assets, 15 high quality images, multiple videos, 5 to 10 headlines, description. So yeah, that's more or less the best practice that it got. Diversify video targeting. Yeah, this one is a good one, since we saw that manual placements were limiting reach here a lot, which is true. Refine location targeting, introduce ad scheduling, utilize audience and remarketing lists. So also that's something it checked and saw that I did not use any audience or remarketing list on this dummy account. Advanced optimization potential. Yeah, automate bidding with clear goals, target CPA after conversion tracking, search term mining. When the campaigns are live, use the search term report to discover profitable queries. Perfect, I love that. Cross-channel insights. The account currently uses PMax, demand gen, search separately. Leverage PMax for lower funnel conversion and demand gen for upper funnel awareness, while using search for high intent terms. Evaluate assisted conversions in GA4. That's really a good point. Evaluate assisted conversion in GA4 to allocate budgets effectively, where I can see if my demand gen campaign is working better than the metrics tell me. Landing page and ad copy testing. Yeah, a good one. A/B test landing pages to improve conversion rate. I mean, that's always solid. Regular audits, revisit the account weekly to check quality score, ad strength, keyword performance, search terms. I think that's like the whole optimization it gave me straight away. Now I can obviously type in and chat with the data, chat with the AI agent in order to get you more insights and more recommendations, because now it remembers your whole account, it remembers all weaknesses, all strength, and now you can really go inside and talk with the data. So that's really cool. I mean, try it out yourself. It's, I think, the future. And if you like those videos, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.